were driving along, and I was like, Jack, what's that noise? What's that noise? And he's like, it's nothing. I was like, let's just pull over and make sure. We pull over, and the toilet, the tank to the toilet is now just hanging on by a thread, dragging through the highway. It goes to the toilet, too.
And then there's a hole right there.
And I'm sure that's how we ended up dumping our toilet. I mean, it's pretty effective, but probably not the way you're supposed to do it. Oh my God! Oh, it smells like ass. Oh, dude.
What?
Came apart on the other side too.
Yeah.
All right, I need some of that Gorilla Tape. So we did the old-fashioned duct tape job and duct taped it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing more duct tape / Gorilla Tape can't fix, right? Alrighty.
And it's working fine, so I don't think we need to get a fix. I think we're just gonna have to buy more tape.
When we got here, we actually took the boat in to get the trolling motor checked out. Nicest guy ever, local business guy.
So y'all just getting here?
Yeah, we just pulled into Tuscaloosa.
That's what's wrong with batteries there. And you can do two things. You can go get two new batteries and put in there. It's about 2 miles to the parts store, and they'll test them batteries for you. And then they got new batteries there.
Perfect. Yeah, we should probably do that.
I'm not trying to spend up all your money.
No, I know. I mean, it's important that we gotta get this done.
You mean y'all don't want to do a documentary with the two of you sitting up there in front of the boat?
It'd make good TV, probably. But is it, I mean, spinner baits and, you know, soft plastics, or that's good stuff to use?
Different people fish with different size strikes, but the ones that you see trolling right up the main channel.
Yeah.
With the reels out the back.
Yeah.
They got
Downriggers?
Different bait out there.
Yeah.
Well, they say that when you're easing down to it right before dark and you see the water ripple where the shad are, they just steer towards it. All those little ripples.
Huh.
My daddy always liked to fish for the big catfish, which is just you got to be real patient. He gets his bait on the bottom, he just sits there, you know.
Yeah.
But he'll be rolling. The biggest one I seen was about 62 pounds catfish.
And he was telling us about this, the tornado that came through a couple years ago, and his story about how he survived it. And
So how long ago, what was the tornado?
April 27th, 2011.
The width of that lavender, that pink there itself, is about 1 mile wide. So this is an extremely large tornado by all indications.
This is a massive, violent tornado. My gosh, look at the debris. The debris field is absolutely huge. This is as violent as it gets when it comes to a tornado.
when he came out, he just saw just disaster everywhere.
When that storm came through, there was boats scattered all over the country.
No way.
Yeah. There was a shop right down there that lost 150 boats. I had 3 boats missing here, and the rest of them turned upside down, beat, bang. That's the worst thing I've ever been through in my life. On the other hand, it's been a blessing.
Yeah.
And it was a remarkable story.
A mile and a half wide. Right here, it was ground zero right here. We had 3/4 of an acre of damage on 3/4 of a mile damage on both sides.
Jeez, insane.
Some neighbors of mine, they ended up 400 yards from their house. Alive. Their house totally destroyed. He said that's the last thing he remembers, flying through the air and seeing his wife with the debris and the cars and stuff.
Oh my God. Wow.
Wow.
And he had a little storm shelter, and he said it was like Twister, where he was holding the shelter door up, and he could just hear it just boom, 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 shaking. And when this thing went over,
35 families represented right here. 17 families lost everything they had. And no deaths. He said we come that close to a mass funeral. If that don't make a believer of us, folks, something wrong with Because it wasn't that storm pit that saved me. It was the good Lord, I promise you. This ought to take care of your charging problem.
That'll coming to life now.
24.5 volts.
Here we go.
Nothing in the world will get your blood pressure up in the morning your boat not working.
Yeah.
But there's nothing better for your blood pressure than to get it. Right.
That makes us so happy.
That's awesome. Makes life a lot easier fishing.
Maybe we'll catch some fish now, boys.
Yeah, right?
That was the curse.
Well, I just told that gentleman that was here a while ago, I said, the boat's broke. He said, yeah. I showed the fish biting. As soon as you get it running, they'll quit biting.
Yeah.
Helped us out greatly, fixed everything for us.
Who gets to ring the bell? Who gets to ring the bell?
We got a fixed boat. We met a guy at the barbecue joint, Moe's Original Barbecue. This guy that loves to fish, he used to work on a charter down in Gulf Coast, liked talking to us, and finally after like a half an hour shooting the he said, why don't you guys want to come out with me tomorrow? He's like, he bow fishes and he does a lot of fishing for striped bass in what they call the Black Warrior River. So Chase and I just went and picked up the boat because it was at the marina, and we got a call from him. He's like, hey, meet me over here as quick as you can, 5 minutes, because we're gonna be able to go out, and we don't know how long we'll be going out there for because of the rain moving in, but hurry over here and get over here. So we went out there, met with them, RV, getting the boat in the water was a smooth process, and then we got on this river. What we did was we went down the river for about a mile and then hung a left down this really narrow channel, and it was like the coolest thing I've ever gone fishing at. And we had to go real slow because there were big logs coming over things. We didn't want to wreck the motor.
Right about as far as you can see, it's going to get pretty shallow.
And we finally got to this place where it's like a splits into a Y.
You could throw some sort of weightless thing in and bass will just kill it.
Really?
They all. There's a lot of structure underwater.
Where we parked the boat in the Y, because it gets real shallow between the Y and the river, we parked it right in the middle of like kind of a beach, but kind of a submerged beach, but enough to keep the boat from not floating away. This is such a cool spot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do you have anchor or rope or anything?
We got rope.
I can hook it around that log.
Here to the right, it's like this big rock face and like things you can climb on and stuff.
We're in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, over the Roll Tide, and we're out here with Ryan.
And then there's the epic waterfall.
Spot to be, this is the coolest spot we've been at. Like it,
So we got in there and Chase and were like, holy shit, are you kidding me? Like, this is the coolest fishing spot I've ever gone to, let alone I had to hike a mile to get into this. I mean, you felt like you were so secluded from any part of the world that it felt amazing. This has to be the coolest fishing place I've ever been.
Pretty awesome. There's a spring or something coming out of the hill, and it's ice cold water, and I think just where it mixes and stuff, it gets all crazy.
ice water, bath water.
Ryan sees a gar in the shallow of the water, a little garfish. They have the long snouts and stuff. We were doing some bow fishing alongside, just casting for striped bass, and he takes a shot, misses it, but that was the last gar we were going to see because he said it was a real bad time of day and the weather wasn't cooperative for gar to be up in the shallows. They're more deep. I got my line snagged in the middle of this big pool, and you have the waterfall coming down, the big pool, and then the rushing of the water. So we were fishing in that big pool, hoping there's some striped bass in there waiting for bait fish to come out. And I get mine stuck on a rock. And Chase is like, I got it. So Chase jumps in, like a crazy he is, and he's like, yeah, I got it. Dives down, grabs it, does all this commando stuff. Got it? Then a couple hours later, I get my thing is stuck again. I'm like, Chase, I'm going to get it. I jump in there, and then I'm swimming around, I'm climbing on rocks, doing everything. There's big rock boulders in the middle of the water, trees hanging down in the water. I'm just hanging out. We get back up, he's like, damn, you guys are crazy. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? He's like, this water is like known for water moccasins and other stuff that will screw you up. And that was a big shock to us. So we felt like a bunch of idiots. We made our way back to the boat. So we get back there and we start fishing right along where that river comes through. And I tossed up a little Carolina rig with a worm on it, and it sits, boom, right away, gets hit by a striped bass. And the thing, I wasn't sure it was a fish or I was just caught in a log, and the thing just starts going due west on me, due east, or wherever the hell the compass was. And then he comes to wraps back around and goes right by my feet. And I'm telling you, it was a big striped bass. And then I'm trying to keep the line taut, reeling. And then right when the line caught up with the fish, snap, guy's gone. Kind of pissed about that.
So they're biting?
What?
They're biting?
Yeah, I had it on. I saw it go right by me.
How big was it?
Probably about 6, 7. I know. But...
Well, strong enough to break off the line. Are you gonna quit?
No.
Well, grab a pole and quit crying.
Right back. Hey, Ryan, I cast right up in there. Yeah. Luckily, Ryan, the good fisherman he is, he landed a striped bass about 2 minutes later. So it was nice to catch one fish on the whole excursion. But
yeah,
we did all right. We did all right. It was fun.
Little striped bass.
God, that's a pretty looking fish.
Yeah.
So how'd you catch that and what were you using?
Just a little smoking shad colored fluke. It's usually the magic lure around here for these. The stripes are pretty solid.
Yeah.
You'll see some that have some broken stripes here and there. They call that a hybrid. I don't know what makes them a hybrid, but it's just a hybrid stripe. They're a lot of fun to catch. They get pretty big. This is what that world record was, like 69 pounds of.
Jeez.
Yeah.
A little bigger than that.
Pulling a little kid out of the boat, out of the water. Yeah, let's see that.
I think not catching any fish, and what I've kind of come to learn about this is not catching fish is made up for by the crazy scenery and the crazy places you go. Like that place going back in the Black Warrior River was something I'll always remember.
We caught a new type of fish, striped bass, and since we didn't catch it and Ryan did, we're gonna let him do the honors.
There you go.
Here we go. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chase, hold it up. One more down. Let's go. We did that fishing, had a great time. Then Ryan hooked us up with his buddy down in the Gulf Coast, down in Orange Beach. So, like always, we went on a whim and we went to Orange Beach because we're following just word of mouth.